You know, we always had no money, and in a way, that was why it was so inventive. So we had all this footage, and none of the bands had any music out, so we had to record the Ramones and Talking Heads on cassette. Our budget for editing Blank Generation was like $100. The Maysles brothers, who were these documentary filmmakers, they had an editing room, and I asked them if they would rent me the editing room for like $40, and they said okay for 24 hours. So Ivan and I took some speed, and we stayed there all night, and we finished editing the film. And we showed the Prince CBGBs, and everybody showed up. It was a big success.
It was all about throwing everything out the window, shooting a movie in 16 millimeter and scratches everywhere with a bunch of musicians that nobody had ever heard of, kicking and dragging themselves onto the stage of New York City and announcing that we're here, we've arrived.
I think maybe Amos showed us the possibility of making a film for nothing. Not that we particularly wanted to make films on nothing forever, but we wanted to make films. And if we had nothing, then we would make films with nothing.
From that period, it was really like an explosion. There were so many people making films at that time. James Nares and Eric, Becky Johnston.
Charlie Ahern, Michael Oblowicz.
Scott B. and Beth B., Vivian Dick.
Sarah Driver and Betty Gordon, Jarmusch, Lizzie Borden, Tom DiCillo, and Nick Zedd and Richard Kern. There really was sort of this explosion, not only in film, but in music and theater and performance.
The Lower East Side was like a film studio. And there was no money and nobody was running it, but there was the talent pool of personalities.
It was all about wanting to consciously and clearly be very different from what mainstream movies and culture were.
There was this air of experimentation, and I remember feeling that I wanted to be part of this, whatever this was.